a sham. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Flash fires lit the match. The fire spreading through the town. No more pity parties, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend. It won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and this week was a short week, but it was still a crazy week for DSP where he lost his mind yet again, and he's gonna take his shirt off for money. And we start off today on Sunday looking at DSP calling out people for spending money on Amiibos, saying it's just plastic, there's no use to it. Same guy would fill the place with statues and collectibles for no reason but to spend money. Funny how that works out. And look at these statues, these were cluttered in DSP's apartment / condo. And look at that, look at all the space taken up on the shelves, on the wall, on the counter, all useless plastic. And he put this on Twitter. Gamers complain that game prices are getting too high, but will pay $40 for a tiny piece of plastic with no actual use. And these will sell out guaranteed. And then Captain Alex, I don't think it's that Captain Alex. Amiibo were only $12.99 when they launched 10 years ago. And DSP responds, I'm sure it has to do with Trump's tariffs. Wait, no, it's inflation. Or maybe Nintendo saw mindless fanboys buy millions of these when the Wii U flopped. And now realizes they can charge whatever they want because they're that dumb. Expect much, much more of this. And as you saw last week, all the support was coming in from Final Wish. Sending DSP hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But DSP has to push back and say, not all the support is coming from Final Wish. He's supported by hundreds upon thousands of people. And right after that, Final Wish comes back $151 super chat and 20 YouTube memberships. But remember, guys, all the support is not coming in from one whale. And remember, DSP is grateful for any support that comes in. Well, I guess anything above $1, because he's not going to shout out or even acknowledge anything that's under $1 from any different currency other than the United States dollar.
And then Mr. Bun the Juice did a TRY55 currency super chat. Hold on while I convert that one. That's $1.33. Unfortunately, some of us outside the USA don't have multi-currency, so we're trying to help. It's all good. Hey, listen, it's all fine. If I have to do the currency conversion, I'll do it. Just please understand that I only shout out stuff that is $1 or more. I'm not going to start shouting out 25 cents and stuff because then people will try to take advantage and stuff, okay?
Then we have Timothy. This dude needed a day off after the hard work of pleading for other people's money. His throat probably hurts. Now, the only person that doesn't know what the DSP brand is anymore is DSP. Because he thinks people come in to watch his gameplay, his acknowledgement of Street Fighter, and past YouTube. No, Phil, it's all about money and support, and if you're gonna hit the goal or not. Cause your dens tune in to see, oh, is he gonna beat the trolls? And the trolls and detractors tune in, oh, is he gonna hit the goal? Is he gonna miss it? Is he gonna cry like a bitch? And guess what, Phil? That is your brand till the day you die, is being an e-beggar online.
Someone tipped $1.99, says, I wish you didn't have 2 days off. It's a bummer when you're always the reliable guy. It feels like your most support now is from one or two top dogs. I just tune out the second you hit your goal. I don't know why. So wait a minute. Hold on a second. Just think about how ridiculous that sounds. I tune out the second you hit your goal. So you're tuning into my streams just to see if I hit a support goal? You're not here for the content, for the discussion, for the gameplay, for the laughs, you're here to see if I hit my goal. You are a bizarre individual. Seriously, that's just weird to me. So thanks for $2. I don't know what to tell you. By the way, I deserve as many days off as I can take. I really do. I work more than most content creators on the internet, and have for over 15 years. So if I can have an extra day off with my wife and I can take it, I will.
Oh, but the whale, Final Wish, was not done yet. He already gave him $151 in a super chat and 20 memberships, and he's back with another $150 super chat. But remember, he's not supported by whales. And at this point, Final Wish has given him almost $400 on this day. And despite Final Wish supporting the stream, look at the participants in DSP's chat. If you're wondering, how's DSP doing in Kronos The New Dawn? Let's see an update from DSP and see how exactly the playthrough is going.
I'm dead. I'm gonna do that. I forgot how to throw the pyre. I picked up a pyre and I couldn't remember how to throw it. Actually, how do you do it? I actually have no recollection. How do you throw the pyre? What's the control for that? Anyone remember what the input is for the pyre? I cannot remember.
And because of Final Wish, DSP is now at $474. And because of this, Final Wish has helped DSP unlock DSP Tries It, Katsu Burger. DSP is obsessed with the word gourmet, and he calls everything gourmet. Even if it's McDonald's and Burger King, he always wants to call stuff gourmet.
Wow. Like, wow. Does that not look insanely good? That looks gourmet. That looks like something you get at a crazy high-end gourmet place. And it's really not. This place is not like a high-end gourmet place. Look at that. That is wild.
And of course, DSP has to do this every single DSP Tries It, is the clown face and clown mode and over-the-top stuff that he says other content creators do to attract children. But remember, DSP is not like them. Look at this face. And this face. And this disgusting pig eating this, not able to bite through an onion. This is disgusting, and I apologize for it, you sick bastard, Phil. And this is the thumbnail DSP goes for his Katsu Burger returns. But remember guys, he's not a children's entertainer. He doesn't put on those silly faces like other content creators to attract children. And now we get to the night stream. And guess who's back? Buckwell. And why is Buckwell back? Because DSP has brought back American Truck Sim. But why? He said everybody was asking for it. They need a chill game. In reality, DSP needed the alcohol. He needed a game he can get white girl wasted with White Claws and not actually play a game. But remember guys, he has no time for new games. He has no time to finish other games. But he can bring back a game that nobody wanted. And there you have it. DSP, again, happy because he has alcohol. But remember, recovered alcoholic, dude. Now you're probably wondering, how did American Truck Sim do after being brought back from the dead? And of course, DSP is white girl wasted, telling stories about his life, and being a complete jackass.
Everything about me is seriously strong, especially my seasons, right? Seriously strong gameplay, seriously strong commentary, and seriously strong sneezing. How about a seriously strong sip of this drink? Hello everyone and welcome back. Wow. I was not expecting this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another night of American Truck Simulator here on DSP Gaming. We're in mid-September. The last time that we did this, it was August, and we had been playing American Truck Sim for about 4 straight months. We were doing it once a week as a late night chill stream. People seemed to like it. They would show up and engage in support. Although admittedly, it wasn't a huge crowd. I would say we even had usually under 200 viewers on YouTube, and we had a good like maybe 70, 80 on Kick. It was always a kind of a close-knit group who like to hang out and have a lot of interaction with, you know, me, dialogue, talking back and forth. So these streams worked more for like us hanging out than really caring so much about, oh, I have to get the job delivered and we're upgrading the truck or anything like that, right? But hey, people liked it so much that over the time we had all these DLCs that were donated by Buckwell, and people were coming out in droves to hang out. And then all of a sudden, I noticed over a course of 2-3 weeks, the viewership started to dwindle pretty bad. I don't know why that happened. And then that last time that we did it at the end of August, we did not hit our support goal. It was actually not, you know, a little bit further away than I even thought we would be. And it was disappointing, but hey, I had always laid out the rules that if we hit the goal, Truck Sim continues. If we don't hit the support goal, we retire it and we work on other games. So that's what we've been doing for 2 weeks. We've been doing all these other games and made good progress. You know, we've beaten a couple of games in the last couple of weeks now. But what happened is, a lot of people were upset. They were like, man, I really like Truck Sim, and now it's not in the rotation anymore. We don't even have any late night chill streams left. They're all gone. So people yelled at me and said, would you bring back Truck Sim? That it was just a bad night. That's what I was told. Phil, it was just one bad night. It was a one-off. It was a outlier. It's not the normal. It's kind of a weird night that, you know, maybe something, you know, happened out of the norm. Well, tonight we're going to see. I'm back. So far, we've got about a third of the goal that we have hit. People already have supported Truck Sim early. And so we're at around $50 of support. I think we're at like 55. If we hit 150 tonight, Truck Sim remains in the rotation and we'll play it again next week. But if we don't hit the support goal tonight, well, that's it. So let's see what people want to talk about tonight. Let's see what we do. I don't even remember where we are. But before we get started, of course, we've got to open a drink. We've got my final Nectar Hard Juice. It's the last one that I have from the pack. It is the LOLCOW Passion Fruit, which actually was one of my favorite flavors of that pack. So I'm happy to start with this tonight. Let's pop this sucker open. Sure you're doing this and not spraying it all over the place. Okay, I managed to not spray it anywhere but my hand. That's good. Okay. Let's get started. Oh, by the way, so what we need to work on, we need to figure out what's the next DSP tries it. Maybe we can figure it out by the end of tonight. We have a couple hours that we'll be hanging out.
And you heard that correctly. Despite hitting 3 goals earlier, and at over $100 so far on the Truck Sim stream, DSP says if the goal's not hit tonight, he is not playing Truck Sim again. And DSP kept messing up in Truck Sim. It's a truck simulator game, it's not that hard, but for some reason, Phil messes up every aspect of his life, in real life and in video games.
Excuse me. What happened? What is going on right now? All I was trying to do is turn normally around the corner. How did this happen? I have no idea. I was turning normally around the corner. All of a sudden, I cut into something invisible that wasn't there. That was really weird. So yeah, until Elgato does a plugins update for the Stream Deck so that it'll work with the new version of OBS, I can't actually use the update, and therefore I can't try the new background removal tool updates. I want to, I'm dying to. I really like the background removal tool, and it's funny, apparently since I started using this tool, all the other LOLCOWs started copying me, like Review Tech, like Wings of Redemption. They all apparently use exactly the same thing now. Even though I'm the first person who used it, they all watched my fucking content and then started copying me, which is pretty funny. What a shocking twist there, huh? That, you know, once again, everyone copies me. What just happened? What?
And this is another example that DSP doesn't understand what being a streamer means. As he's telling his audience, it's your responsibility to come to his stream with topics and questions if you want to be entertained. That is right. You have to entertain him, not the other way around. Phil, get your head out of your ass. And DSP always has these phrases that are absolutely so alien to everyone else. And he's now going to tell people he lives with his wife full time. Whatever the hell that means.
Do I ever feel alone and depressed when I turn off the stream? No, dude, I'm married. I live full time with my wife. I never feel alone or depressed. No, not at all.
And DSP gets asked about if DS Politics will ever return. And let's be honest about DS Politics, it was the lowest, laziest content he has ever done. He would just read articles, not give his opinion, and then go on rants about food shelters instead of real issues. But of course, it's DSP, so it all comes down to support.
Will I ever bring back DS Politics? Not now. I'm not interested in it right now. I'm liking all the gaming content I'm putting out, and you guys are supporting it, and we're all having a great time. I want to stay with that positivity. I did a DS Politics a year ago. It was actually November into December, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Like the first and second show did really well, and then after that, the interest waned entirely. The support dried up, and I was like, why am I going to do a show no one wants? So I've been sticking to the gameplay since.
And now we get the Monday. And look at this from Meow Block. It's Phil wearing a helmet and his big floppy titties. How can I be depressed? I live full time with my wife. And DSP puts this in the pre-stream chat. Good morning all. And look at all the people that said hello back. And by the way, it took about 10 to 15 minutes for anyone to reply to him. And now we're gonna get some lore on DSP's dad. And spoilers, is probably DSP lying because he says two different things in the same sentence.
And to do. No, my parents never expressed any interest of being in any of my content, just like my parents never expressed interest in pretty much any of my interests. My whole life, and that's not an exaggeration. When I was a kid, I liked playing with action figures and things, and my dad would do that with me, and then I would do it with my friends. Then I got into video games, and my dad would play Atari and stuff with me. And then we did some sports and stuff together. Like, I always did sports and stuff with my dad. But once I got into video gaming, he was just not into it. So after the Atari, like when I started going to arcades, my dad would drive me to the arcade, and he actually was at night school at the time, taking classes for college. And so he would study and do stuff while I was there at the arcade playing as a young kid. But then as soon as I was old enough to start doing stuff by myself, that was it. So my parents have no interest in video games or anything like that. So they've never, I doubt they've ever even watched a video of mine. I'm serious. I'm really serious. I don't think they care about this stuff. I mean, it's funny because, you know, I say to my parents, you know, you can just tune in whenever you want to see how I'm doing, to see how I look and everything. And, you know, nope. Fire 70.
Now, to be fair, if I had a son like Phil, I'd probably tell people, my son died in a car crash 20 years ago. And Phil, there's a reason they don't want to tune in. They're just not that into you, Phil. And can you imagine if they actually did tune into your streams, and you're telling people to eat the shit out of your ass? And then in a moment that's really weird, DSP said he's never been to a club that was a full-on dedicated to dance club. And then he started playing Silk Song, and the excuses kept piling up over and over, including adding minions to a boss fight means they didn't program the boss to be a good fight. And he's also upset that you get hurt from touching enemies in the game, calling it Mega Man and saying it shouldn't be like this. Think about that, Phil. Every single game you've played where you touch an enemy, you get hurt. Imagine that logic in a video game. Once you know a boss's pattern, you shouldn't have to hit him a million times. Poems Past points out, if you know the boss's pattern, it shouldn't be a problem since you're not gonna die. Then you can tell he waited. There's a reason he didn't play this right away and he spaces it out. He's looking at guides, people are telling him what to do, and he says during the stream, let's go all the way to the right, which opens the shortcut. How would you know that, Phil, if this is your blind playthrough and you don't know where everything is? And we have this super chat. Today I had an emergency accident situation and I drove at 140 miles per hour with the sirens on, which means it's an emergency vehicle or police. It's a dangerous but pumps adrenaline and raises awareness. This is one of the most dented super chats I've ever seen. And DSP is so delusional, he thinks he can speedrun Super Mario games. And I want to point out, when he played Mario on NES, he used save states all the time and kept reloading. Imagine Super Mario Brothers on NES, save states, reloading, dying, and reloading over and over again, but he thinks he can speedrun them. And not only were the excuses flowing out of DSP for Silk Song, he's also complaining that the brand new game that everyone says is Game of the Year potential is not resulting in people coming to see his gameplay. I wonder why that is, Phil. Maybe, just maybe, it's not the game.
Yeah, chat's not pros and dab hands. No one talks when I play this game for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. The chat just completely slows to a crawl. And views dip dramatically. Like, we only have 147 viewers on YouTube. I'm not even kidding. Keep in mind, this is the hot game. The hot game that everyone is playing and talking about, saying it's like Game of the Year material. I get 147 viewers on YouTube and 49 viewers on Kick. I don't even get 200 viewers for the hot new game. I'm serious. Why? Is it good? Yes. Is the story interesting? Yes. Is the gameplay engaging? Yes. Is there rage to keep you occupied? Yes. It's Metroidvania. For some freaking reason, people will not watch me play Metroidvania. Now, I'm happy that you guys have supported this playthrough because I like it. I appreciate that you are supporting a game that doesn't bring in any attention or views. Seriously. I'm with you. Copium says 25% left. They can't even handle a bathroom break. That's pretty funny. Buckwell says, I enjoy you, but it's a fucking boring game. Again, it's a Metroidvania. Like, I don't even know what else to say. You know, over the years, people say, hey, Phil, will you play Symphony of the Night? Will you play this one, that one? And I always say, no, probably not, because this is why. You know, Metroidvanias, for some bizarre reason, don't work. People will not show up for them. And then you have people who are just, you know, they won't stick around, or they're in the stream, they fall asleep. I don't know what to say. I legit don't know how to explain it. I like these games, but I can't make other people like them.
And you heard DSP say, viewership is bad, but at least you guys are supporting it. It's like 3 people, but then again, it could be 1 person on 3 sock accounts. Then at the end of the stream, he's complaining. Even though he hit the goal, he's complaining about viewership and telling people they don't like good games. And then we get to the night stream, and guess what, guys? Kick has added what's called kicks. It's basically the same as bits on Twitch. And you know what that means? More pressure, more goals, more begging. And you see DSP in the kick chat. Can we get 50 subs by the end of Wednesday? Or is it by Thursday? I can't tell. And then he says he wants a weekly goal for kick for subs. That is right. There's going to be a King's Tax goal. There's going to be a DSP Tries It goal. And then there's going to be a kick goal. But remember, guys, this is supposed to be no pressure. And it's all a joke when he begs. And look at that night stream. 77 people watching. Oh my god, Phil, it's so over. Just admit it. Then we also have this super chat from Sex Offender DSP. And also a Beast Whale Ket. Then remember, he doesn't make those goofy faces. He doesn't go over the top reactions. He doesn't put it on thumbnails like all those other loser streamers. Well, guess what, guys? Just like every single thing Phil has said in the past, he eventually does. And look at this. This is clown mode. Incarnate.
No! No! You vile bastards! I can't believe it.
Yeah, bring it on, sucker. This my kind of shit. Yeah, bring it on, sucker. This my kind of shit. Yeah, bring it on, sucker. This my kind of shit. Yeah, bring it on, sucker. This my kind of shit. Just a little time out. Damn! Stand up. Fall down. Stand up. Yeah, that's right. Fall down. Oh, to no. The left. Doing good, baby. To the right. To the left.
And look at all these screenshots. It's Phil losing his damn mind. And remember, guys, he is not a children's entertainer. And now we get to Tuesday, the second last day of the streaming week for DSP. And remember earlier, when I talked about how he became everything he hated, the thumbnails, the faces, all that stuff. Well, that being said, put it all together in this video right here.
What I'm saying? And everyone was trying different stuff. Some people were literally using every tactic possible on YouTube, including the clickbait thumbnails, clickbait titles, reaction videos, all the cheap ways to get attention on YouTube. They were just out to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do every possible thing to be popular and make money.
And again, he always complains, no time for new games, no time to finish games. I have to skip games because I don't have time. Well, look at Wednesday night. Chill with Phil. That's right, Q&A. But remember, guys, unlike other content creators, he doesn't waste your time. And man, oh man, Everybody loves DSP, and everyone's rushing to his streams to watch it. And look at the participants in his chat. DSPGAMING, that is all. And despite DSP's whole brand being about money and hitting the goals, and him begging like a crackhead for money, he's telling people, you have to do what you love, and don't care about the money. It should be all about passion, dude.
That's not the point of what was created. You understand? It's supposed to be for the joy of it. And I get it, because it's all about money now. It's the same thing that happens with professional sports or wherever big money comes, right? Well, do you think that the pro athlete always loves what they're doing? No, but they should at the very least love the game they're playing. If they're going to make it their living and what they're going to do the most of, then they should actually have some level of enjoyment of doing it. I think that's been lost by a hell of a lot of people.
And Phil, once again, claims he's a health expert and how he eats healthy and feeds Jasper healthy food. And then goes on to say he gives Jasper a treat once a day and buys 2 separate types of food for the cat. And now DSP, the eternal bitch, is going to complain that he can't play games he likes and his audience doesn't allow him. Every single year he does this rant and never learns. Phil, they are not there to entertain you. You are there to entertain them and play games that they like. But of course, DSP is a spoiled, entitled bitch who will never learn.
But there is another thing that those games also have in common that I feel like I need to bring up, because particularly they apply to my content and my streams. All right? Clair Obscur, Blueprints, Silksong. What is the common factor among all 3 of those games in regards to me and my content? Should I just tell you? Okay. The common factor is I streamed all 3 of them, and every time that I do, I cannot retain an audience at all. Seriously. When I start playing any of those games, I lose audience. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, I currently have 224 viewers on YouTube. I currently have 104 viewers on Kick. And if I booted up Silksong right now to play it, I would go down to 130 viewers on YouTube and 50 viewers on Kick. And I'm not exaggerating. But if I booted up Call of Duty, I would retain the viewership. In fact, the viewership might even go up. Wait, what? So if I play an overblown, overproduced AAA game, comes out every year, never any different, same old song and dance, repetitive game loop over and over, I can get more viewers than playing the unique, best-in-class, small-time developed, but amazingly awesome, hit it on all cylinders, amazing Game of the Year contender? Yes. For some reason, this audience will not stick around for the best games. And I guess the question is, what gives? All right? Because I've heard various different reasonings for this. I've heard things like, well, these games are boring. I've heard things like, well, they're so popular, people have already seen them. Or we're actually playing them, so we don't want to watch, right? I've heard all these different rationales. And maybe in truth, the actual truth of the matter is somewhere in the middle of all of them. Maybe because everyone's already playing them, you've already seen them elsewhere, they aren't so particularly fun to watch, they're more fun to play. Maybe it really is just like right in the middle, you get one of those big diagrams, and you have this percentile, so then you have the thing that overlaps in the middle. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I want you to understand from my perspective, okay? I am the streamer. I'm the creator. I'm the one who plays the games and tries to make entertaining streams and playthroughs for all of you. The goal of the stream that I put out is to get an audience, to hook that audience, to engage and entertain that audience so that they will want to, in turn, engage with me during the stream and then reciprocate with support. Okay? That's the point. That's the business model. I put out the free content. Hopefully the content is good enough for you. You like it, that you want to support it. And then I can stay in business and I can support my family and I can make a good living while you continue to get that level of quality content that you're enjoying because you supported it.
I remember earlier when he just said, it shouldn't be about the money, it should be about passion, and you should love what you do. Well, now DSP's gonna complain that he's not gonna get support for Suikoden 2. And remember, this is the same franchise. He was bragging about when he played the first game. He had every goal every single stream. But now, he can barely get people to support and attend the streams. It's almost like, Phil, it's not the game again, it's you.
Can we please get some support? So when I'm playing Suikoden, it's like, well, it's another dead stream. We literally just had 8 or 9 straight streams of hitting the goals. Can we stop? Can we break this fucking pattern? I'm serious. I'm pissed at it now. This is a good game I'm about to play. Now, you might not agree or you might not respect the classics, and that's okay. But you at least respect my content or else you wouldn't be here in a positive capacity. Let's get some goddamn support right now so that when I play this game, I don't have to fucking worry about.
And apparently, Kick has started Kicks. Again, the bits, just like Twitch. And now DSP has another thing to beg for. And the very first thing he begs for is 50,000 kicks. Now, one single kick is a penny. So at 50,000 kicks, he's asking for $500 right now just to test it out. What a greedy scumbag.
So if you do the math, a 100 kick is $1. 500 kicks is $5. 50,000 kicks would be $500. So right now, if someone were to do a 50,000 kick grenade on my channel, we would hit 3 goals immediately. So let's go. Who's going to be the first 50,000 kicker on DSP Gaming Reel on Kick? Let's go. I will put you on the Wall of Fame. You will be there immortalized as the first ever 50,000 kicker. Let's go. Let's hit it. Yeah.
And just like the other cows, DSP has to take the bait every single opportunity. And this time, he projects his gayness onto his audience.
This game makes you want to have sex with men? No, that's your gayness that's making that happen. Your homosexuality. That has nothing to do with Suikoden 2. This game does not make anyone feel any kind of sexual feelings for any particular race or gender or creed or anything. That's you. But, you know, deep down inside of you, you've been repressing it for many years, and now it's finally coming to the forefront. So you have to find a scapegoat, a straw man, perhaps. So you blame Suikoden 2 for all of your problems, when in reality, it was always your deep down feeling that you had inside. But an absolutely ridiculous thing to say on my stream today. Anyway. All right. Anyway.
And the money was not coming in. And spoilers, he did not hit the goal. And you know what happens when he doesn't hit the goal and support's low? The salt comes out. And he starts lashing out at his audience. Remember, he said whenever he jokes about begging or being toxic, it's all a joke, dude. He doesn't really mean it. And you have to be smart, intelligent to get it. So tell me, what's joking about this video right here?
I know that's what I was supposed to do. Holy crap. Beaver Bother did a $1.50 tip. He says, can we switch games during the break because this is boring? No. Everyone says to me, Phil, just play what you like. That's what you should do. Stop worrying so much about everything. Just play what you like. So I'm going to play Suikoden 2, and you're going to support it. Thanks for the $1.50 tip. So we're at 49 to support, guys. Please support Suikoden 2. Sadly, this has been historically the one stream I'm doing that is not getting great support, and we're not hitting goals. I'm not even kidding. We have hit the support goals the last 8 to 9 straight streams that we've played games. This is the only one not hitting goals. Let's go right now. How about let's get a sub on Kick, because we haven't had a legit sub today. We only had a resub. We did get a membership. Let's get a super chat to make the new top super chat. Let's get a tip bigger than $2 to become the new top tip. Let's go. Let's hit some support right now. Support for the classic. Support for Suikoden 2 right now. Where the hell does this passage go? Play whatever you wanted, and you would not be mentioning things like goals and stuff on the streams, you'd be successful, right? So here we are. Hour into Suikoden. In that hour, we made, what, $10? I take it back. Maybe we made like 20, because I think we actually started around 38.40, right? We had 90 minutes left. And I like this game a lot. This is a game from my childhood. This is one of the games that I was looking forward to the most over the years, kind of like a bucket list kind of a deal, where I knew that I liked these games, and I always wanted to play them. I played the first one. You guys loved it and supported it. Here we are all these months later, and now you're throwing pennies at me at Kick, right? So please support the stream. And in fact, I'm going to make a special post on X and on my channel right now, because I'm just going to show how hypocritical some of this stuff is that people say to me. People always...
That is right. It is the return of the midstream beg tweet. As DSP puts this out, people always say to me, just play what you want and people will show up and support. Well, I'm playing Suikoden 2 now, one of my all-time favorites, so where are you? Come to stream, engage, and support, and let's get it for the classics. Then we have a super chat. Sorry no donos for a while. Fell on hard times. We have K-Ro. Phil, Becky Boop wants you to get her pregnant. You two would have beautiful mixed babies. I'm not sure what the mixed part is. I think they're both white, aren't they? DSP? Ugh. The fuck? I just don't get people, lol. Weirdest out of nowhere comment. Yeah, dude, she's a girl, dude. And then DSP dropped a bombshell. He has never had a fried bologna sandwich. What a shock. And then the night stream with another beg tweet. We are live. Join me for 2+ hours of survival horror action as Kronos continues on the late stream. Let's bounce back because he didn't make the stream goal earlier and get back on track tonight. And the money was still not coming in for Kronos. And he's upset. And he's now telling people to shower him with support and money. And what happens is absolutely hilarious.
Now, all right, ready? When I say go, everyone shower me with support so that we can get halfway to the goal or beyond. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! So far, this is a pretty dry shower. We got a few single kicks. Well, I tried, guys. Please, we had such great momentum this week. Let's not let it stutter now. Listen, I understand that with Suikoden, I'm probably never going to hit a goal again. I understand that. But for the new releases at this point, please, let's keep the momentum going. We were doing so well. We're at 3 out of 10. If we keep the momentum going, it means that we're going to do a nice DSP tries earlier on next week, right? We got to go. Let's do it. Come on, let's get some support, all right? Okay, let's continue. Okay, everybody, we are in the sculptor's basement. There is an incredibly creepy a sculpture of what I believe was a mutation that used to be the sculptor's wife.
Now, if you notice, this image kept popping up on Kick. That is the new Kick Kicks. And people can buy as many as they want, and every single one starts at a penny. So you see the whole chat turn into this logo, and it'll be penny, 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 penny. And it was pissing DSP off so bad.
Guys, if you are watching Suikoden 2, please support the stream. Can we get to halfway to the goal at least? We're at, what, 66? Guys, get us to 75 right now, please. Can we get, like, one tip, a super chat, a gifted sub, something to get us to halfway to the goal? This is ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous that I play good games. People tell me to play what I want, I do, and no one will support the games. Oh, well, that's too old. Oh, it's a JRPG. It's boring. Like, come on. Seriously, it's bullshit. Now I'm calling it out. It is. It's bullshit. So people are full of it. Every single person from now on, I'm serious. Every single person from now on who says just play what you want, I'm just going to ban them. I'm just going to ban them right from the chat right there. I'm going to publicly humiliate them. Because they say it all the time, but where the hell are they when I play what I want? They're not here. So we're going to see how long that shit lasts. Okay. Okay.
And on Kick, we have I Will Beg and You Will Like It, redeemed 100 moral support for the stream. And then we get to the daily wrap, and you know it's all about money, money, yeah, yeah. And this is a short week for DSP, and this is the final day of his streaming week. And before it even starts on Wednesday, we have Final Wish dropping 50 gifted subs before DSP even starts his stream. But remember guys, he is definitely not supported by whales. And DSP always gets like this when he has a money buff. If he has money, he's successful. If he doesn't have money, he's just a small dude that needs your help. Please dudes, give me money. And he's got that money buff, so you know what that means. He goes on to say how everybody loves him and they love his content, dude.
People genuinely are interested in me and want to follow me and want to see what I'm up to and want to support whatever I'm doing. And I know that, like, I could go anywhere I want right now and I would have a following of people who are positive and fun and want to see me succeed. I've been so many different places and people follow me and supported me no matter what. So I'm happy and I'm good and I'm confident, right? I'm confident in myself and what I'm doing. More so probably today than I have been in a very long time. People.
Oh, but it looks like it's turning around just like every single week, where Final Wish says Phil is just like Bill from King of the Hill. And this is who Final Wish compares Phil to. And I told you there's going to be more goals, more pressure. So DSP wants to set up multiple, at least 2, DSP tries it a week. He's going to have a Kick subs goal, which will unlock an After Dark DSP where he drinks alcohol. The regular one is going to be for DSP tries it food. And he eventually says he might set up the YouTube Super Chat goal. You better open those Velcro wallets. And now, the guy who said he's above 9-to-5 jobs and above anyone who actually works 9-to-5 jobs, and always said only a sucker works a 9-to-5, now says he feels for the 9-to-5s because he's been there, and it sucks, dude.
Here you go. He says, I heard your speech. I agree. Only your own business really unlocks so many things. What he's saying is being self-employed. A grown man shouldn't have to ask anyone when to go to the bathroom or go on a break. Not fighting in traffic. It's your only kind of freedom after work. The illusion of choice you're not involved in. Dude, I know. And listen, I feel for anyone out there who grinds away at a job, office job, check-in job, retail job, whatever it is, construction job, 9-to-5 job, and you're in that grind. I've been there. I was there for a long time before I lucked into being a YouTuber, right? I know exactly what it's like. I know it's like, it sucks your soul away. It really does. And people, you can make more money if you do a job like that. Who cares? I'd rather be a happy person and have a good amount of money than be rich and super affluent, but my whole life is sucked away by a job that sucks your energy and your soul. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for $3. I appreciate that. Now we only need $380 of support in the next 7 minutes for us to do DSP Tries at Little Caesars Philly Cheesesteak Pizza today. Who's going to do a $380 contribution to do DSP Tries It today? It's the Philly Cheesesteak Pizza, the little crazy cups, and I'm going to get more of that crazy bread because it was so good.
And as you can see, Final Wish still wailing out on DSP with 100 memberships. And that wasn't enough. Final Wish got him up to $517, then eventually over $600, and 90% of that was from Final Wish. And then we get to Chill with Phil, and he has this creepy PDF thumbnail here. And here's the real image here. Chill with Phil, and shows his audience as an ATM. Or there's also Chill with Phil, fuck gaming, just give me money, and Phil's wearing a bra. And then Final Wish put this in the chat on the last day of the streaming week. After this last week, I'm going now. Enjoy your stream. I don't feel safe now. Imagine that every single week, the sock account that wails out leaves, and then a new one comes in. Funny how it happens every single week. I see you there, ICS. And now DSP officially, bottom of the barrel, no better than RTU, says if he hits a goal, he's gonna take his shirt off, dude.
If my shirt is bothering you, I already told everyone tonight, if we hit the goal tonight, I'll take this shirt off and I'll just wear the undershirt. All right? Or if we get 10 gifted subs on Kick, of which we have 0 right now, then I'll also do it because we have a goal to get 10 more subs on Kick by the end of tonight's stream. That's my weekly goal, and I want to hit that goal. So if I get 10 subs, I will do it. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Phil's best friend has now gifted 2 subs. Thank you, Phil's best friend, for 2 gifted subs tonight. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. That's $10 of support. But actually, that's the biggest contribution of the night. We're now at 23 out of 150, and that's 3 gifted subs, so 7 more, and I'll take off the shirt. Okay? Am I worried that doing a monthly marathon loses its special feeling? No. Thank you for that. And now, as promised, the shirt comes off. Yes. Very exciting. This. What the hell? I accidentally started playing clips. Hold on. Dude, I threw the shirt over here on my keyboard and it started playing clips. It just started playing random clips. What the hell? All right, let's put this over here then. Let's try not to play any clips tonight. There we go. All right. All right. I'm in an undershirt. Can you believe it? DSP is here tonight live on stream in an undershirt. I'm not actually wearing an overshirt. Oh my God, it's totally not like I used to do this all the time. It's just a t-shirt. You know, I used to wear t-shirts like constantly on stream, but you know, people act like it's some big deal.
And of course, his degenerate chat had to take it further. We have Black Hippie, shirt off, wank off on stream for the good old days. And here's a preview of DSP's toilet. It's got RGB lights, dude. And despite getting over $600 on the earlier stream, he's complaining he only has $54 in support. What a greedy asshole. And a lot of DSP's chat is failed streamers, or someone who can't even become a streamer, and they think if they give money to DSP and he acknowledges them, he'll collab with them, he'll give the rub, and they'll get famous, dude. When in reality, you just get laughed at for being a cuck. DSP keeps your money, and you'll never get DSP's rub.
If a cowboy fan tipped $1 and says, wondered if I would want to collab in the future, it all depends on what you're talking about. Depends on what kind of content. It depends on, you know, the timing of it all. As you know, I am very busy. I stream a lot, but you know, it's always a possibility. I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to say it's always a maybe. I'm always open to opportunities and suggestions. Okay.
And this is a very interesting point. So DSP used to say he was a bodybuilder, he was huge, but he had to stop because of his back injury. But now he says he has no back injury, never had it, and that's why he got fat. Something's not adding up here, Phil. He's now giving fitness advice, and his big advice for everyone, don't eat all day and have a snack before bed. Remember, DSP is famous for saying he has snack pizza before dinner. I'm not talking about a little slice of pizza. He eats a whole frozen pizza between him and his wife. And now let's see how chill with Phil is going for DSP.
Of others, whereas I think we should applaud it. You could be right, but this is what I say. When my detractors, let's be honest, let's see if you think the same. Do you not agree? Probably the vast majority of them are just really upset that I'm successful. Right? That's what it is. Because if I was a schlub, if I was a loser, if I wasn't making good money, if I didn't have all of this success around me, then they wouldn't be upset. They're upset because they see me as someone they don't like, but also I'm successful. So they're jealous, but they would never say that. When you say that, they say, oh, no, we're not jealous. We don't want to be like him. You don't? You don't want to do what you love for a living? You don't want to make good money? You don't want to have an awesome studio setup? You don't want to be happily married? You don't want to actually be in good physical condition for the first time in 20 years because you have the time and means to do it now? Like, you don't? So what do you want then from your life? Sounds like a good life to me, and I'm living it. So, yeah. I'm having a great time. I'm curious what you think. But that, you know, what else could it possibly be? Why do people obsess about people on the internet like they do? It's amazing, isn't it? It's a good feeling to finally get healthy again. It's been ages since I've been healthy. I want you guys to understand. It really has. Like, I have felt so shitty for a long time because I worked so much and I didn't have the means to improve my life situation. You guys gave me the means to improve my life situation. So because of that, now I'm able to eat right. I'm able to get sleep. I'm able to work out. I'm able to do the things I need to do to actually be healthy. And now I'm feeling great. I get on stream every day and I'm energetic. You know what I was just saying? Because I just had a phone call with my parents today. I had my weekly phone call where I get caught up with my parents. And I said to my mother, I said, Mom, I want you to know something. For a while there, every time that I got up, I felt, a little pain in my back. Ooh, the creak in my legs. Ooh. Now, get up. I sit down. I get up again. I sit down. Nothing. Holy shit. It's like if you work out, you actually feel good. Which is what I was telling you guys a few months ago. We were having the same conversation. When you get into a rhythm where now you make being healthy part of your lifestyle, it feels good and it's not a chore anymore. You feel energetic, you feel positive, you feel pumped, you get adrenaline, you get the hormones in you that make you feel healthy. And then you want to keep that going. The problem is when you get into a rut where you're just stuck feeling like shit, and then you just can't get yourself out of that rut because you feel like there's no means. But this year, this one last year, you have to understand, this one last year that I've had has been life transforming for me. It has. It's been absolutely life-changing for me in a very, very positive way. So thank you all for that, really. I really, really appreciate all of you doing that for me. First, that's my most popular stuff. Then you can get into the more recent. No, that stuff is gone from YouTube and you can't find it. It doesn't exist. It's only 2017 forward that you could actually find my videos now. So in truth, I've made such a body of work, I should be making bank on the old videos. Like, no lie, in a month, with the amount that I put out there and the way that the algorithm was working, I should be making, no lie, $5,000 a month on residuals. I should. Just on what I've done up to now. I should be able to take a month off and make $5K cold on ad revenue. Nope. Absolutely not. I have to keep working. I have to keep streaming and keep working to make new videos. If I don't, I get no views. I get no ad revenue. I get nothing. That's just how YouTube did it. I can't. They decided that's how they wanted to run their business. I can't change. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that that's the case, but that's what they decided to do. So. Okay, let's...
And that's how the week ended for DSP. If you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe. Subscribe to my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.